Johnny Murray here, and welcome to a brand new reaction video. Today, we're doing a little bit of a different one, kind of similarly to the Ghost of Yote video that we just had not too long ago. There's a couple trailers that I never did a reaction to, or that I just missed, that I would love to just do a reaction to and just talk about it. And there are two games specifically that I have not talked about at all during any video. I talked about it a little bit during our last podcast. And I said that I was going to do a reaction to these two games because I'm very excited for them, and I feel like I want to talk about them, but I don't want to do their own separate videos just yet, and it happened like a month ago when I should have done a reaction to them. So we're kind of just doing a little, hey, you know, sorry I'm late, but here we are. Let's talk about it. And that is Octopath Traveler 0 and the Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium something. It's some really long name. I don't know. I can't always remember. I got like all the I'm missing one word at the very end of that title, but it is what it is. But yeah, these are two games made by Square Enix. It is a part of those like 2D HD type of game genres, whatever you want to call JRPGs. And yeah, I remember kind of watching I remember seeing them like a month ago, and I'm pretty sure I watched the trailers, but not like really like analyze. Like I didn't really like watch what I just saw them, and I heard it, but I didn't really like pay attention to the trailer. So I'd love to just dive deep, really analyze the trailer and talk about it, and really get my full thoughts on what I'm feeling for both of these games. But if you guys love video games, this is the place to be. Doesn't matter what you love. It could be Square Enix, could be Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, third party, PC, VR, indie, whatever it may be, man. Consider subscribing, any genre, whatever it may be. Appreciate all the support you guys give me, especially supporting this video right here. This is the place to be if you love video games. We talk about daily. I love video games. I want to share that with y'all, and I appreciate everything, man. But without further ado, let's just go ahead. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into this reaction. We're going to start with Octopath Traveler 0. I'm a huge fan of the Octopath Traveler series. It's honestly one of the only 2D HD games I've played.
Mother of all. She created our world, the land of Orstera.
So real quick off rip, the fact that it's 0 is really cool to me, actually. I never thought about it in terms, like I said, I'm a big I'm a big Octopath Traveler fan. I have played 1 a lot, and then I played 2 a decent amount. I haven't finished either one of them because they are really, really long, and I doubt I'll finish this one unless I could really just sink my time into it. But I really just love what Octopath Traveler. I love the world, the characters, what the gameplay is, of course the visuals. Like so it made me like love the 2D HD visuals, and it really was just that one to kick it all off. And it's just a series I love playing. It may not be like my favorite series, or I may not have this huge, like, really deep attachment to it, but I just really, really enjoy playing the series, and that's really it. But from what I know of Octopath Traveler, right, I haven't played 1 specific, like, I haven't played 1 ever since it came out, so that was a long time ago. 2 came out, obviously, a few years ago. I just didn't think they would go for a prequel, but, like, now that I think about it, it's a really interesting approach that I think could really help expand the world, right? I don't know, and we'll just have to see if they're gonna tell this really moving and pivotal story piece within the Octopath Traveler series. I hope so, but I think 0 will allow like just to further expand the world of Octopath Traveler more than it's already been, and it's already well developed, and there's so much lore, and there's so many characters and so many different things that make Octopath Traveler what it is. And so I personally find it really, really exciting that we're going to be doing a prequel. I know I just went on a huge rant. I paused the trailer, my bad. I'm going to try and not pause as much. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I just find it really interesting that it's 0. I just didn't see it coming, but now that it's here, I'm like all for it. Like, it actually makes sense. So yeah.
Are you heading out on your journey? Yes, I suppose the time is right. You're finally
okay.
ready.
Did we make our own characters in the first 2? I don't remember doing that.
wish I could see everyone here laughing and smiling just one more time.
Yeah, and then there's this. I remember seeing this and being like, okay, this is a big addition. The town building, like building your own home base type thing, civilization type stuff.
Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
Jeez. Oh, and the cover arts, dude. The cover arts every single
Octopath
time.
Traveler 0 is available on December 4th, 2025.
December 4th, man. Look, okay, so let's talk about this. So I don't remember. Again, I haven't played since they launched, and I never finished them. But I don't recall making your own character, right? I'm pretty sure you just played as the characters in the story. I don't know. I'd have to fact check myself on that, but I feel like this is a new thing in Octopath Traveler 0. I could be completely wrong, and y'all are probably commenting right now like, this guy says he likes the series, said he's played 1 and 2, but he can't even remember you make your own character. What an absolute... I know y'all are commenting that right now, but I just genuinely can't remember. You know how many games I play a year? Like, come on. Last year it was like something that was like 137 or something like that. Like, I play a lot of games, and so it's really hard to remember like specific details about specific games. And sometimes, I just can't remember if you make your own character in Octopath Traveler or not. But if it is new, I think that's really cool. If that is new, I'm really glad that is a new feature. I just think Octopath Traveler works for that kind of like system, for that kind of premise. I really like that.
Your journey.
It doesn't look like super, like a really big character creator. Like, look, there's only like 8 options, like only 8 colors. Like there's the little tabs up top. It doesn't seem like it's very expanded, so I'm not expecting anything crazy. But
I suppose the time is right. You're finally ready.
We've come to join your little lighting ceremony.
dude, the fire, so red. I love it.
I wish I could see everyone here.
Okay, so Journey Restoration. Yes, so this is... So this I'm almost positive. I'm almost 100% on this one. Like, this is one of the big new things about Octopath Traveler 0 is you're going to be able to go in this basically mode. There's a new section of the game where you're basically rebuilding like cities and towns in it, and you use all your characters to like fill them out and stuff like that. And so you're using resources, you're doing a bunch of things, a lot of different quests to try and build up your little civilization type thing. And I really like that. Again, something, and if you've played Octopath Traveler, just the gameplay mechanics and systems that are in place are just so like thorough and deep, and they all just complement each other so well that when you add in a gameplay format that is as structurally like complex as like a city builder or like a civilization type, like Sims or Animal Crossing, if you will. There's a lot of different layers like to which you have to do that. Resources, the time management, stuff like that. Octopath Traveler 0, if you're keeping everything about Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 from a gameplay perspective, and you're adding on to that, but then you're adding a whole new section of the game which is a very complex like just format, there's going to be so much in this game. There's going to be a lot of content, and I already saw reports that this game is supposedly going to be 100 hours long, and at this rate, I'm really not shocked. I wish games weren't that long, personally. I'm not the big fan of, like, games being that long. Personally, for me personally, like, 30, 40 is, like, max. For, like, main story. Like, side content, bro, go as much as you want. I don't even care, like, for real. But main story, like 30, 40's max typically. 20 is like my sweet spot. But yeah, man, there's just gonna be a lot.
He took our home from us.
And there is a lot of characters, dude.
Witness
I think I saw somewhere, I could be wrong about this, I feel like I saw somewhere there's like 40 different characters. Like, ain't no way these are all characters. Dude, if these are all characters, oh man. An Octopath Traveler, man. This game might be special because Octopath Traveler, like, we all know, if you've played 1 and 2, you just know the characters in those games are just really well written. They're really well written. They're like all kind of unique. Now, when you have 40 characters, it's gonna be really hard to make them all like completely unique. But man, if they could just keep that consistency of character development with this many characters, dude, there's gonna be so many good characters. Like it's gonna be unreal. Yeah, man, I'm really excited for this game. You know,
Traveler 0.
You know, I don't think Octopath Traveler is like necessarily the best games to release like the year they come out. I think they're up there. They are very, very good games for sure. And like for me personally, like if I had to put a rating on Octopath Traveler 1 and 2, I would say I would probably put both as like an 8 out of 10 personally for me. But that's like great. Like 8 out of 10s are awesome. Like just because it's 2 points below a 10 does not mean like it really is like that much worse. It's just I think there is so many things that Octopath Traveler does so much better than so many other of these 2D HD games and JRPGs in general. And so I'm really excited to see what Octopath Traveler 0 has in store, man. I'm really curious about how they approach the story, all the characters, all the new gameplay features, mechanics, stuff like that. It's a very rich game, and so I am just excited to see how they can further that. And the prequel angle that they're going with is very unique and very interesting to me. So looking forward to it. December 4th, man. I do believe I think it is coming out on other platforms. I'm watching the Nintendo Direct trailer because that's where this was announced, and I didn't do the partner showcase reaction when that happened. So yeah, but yeah, I think it is on other platforms as well. But all right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna react to The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales. Man, I have some things to say about this one. Here we go.
To pass through that door is to pass through time. To travel a road spanning centuries. From here, heroes set out on a journey of hope.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG brought to life in HD 2D.
And there it is. There's the kicker right there. Whereas Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy, Live Alive, however you say it, while all of them are HD 2D turn-based RPGs, this is the first action RPG in the Square Enix HD 2D format. Just that right there automatically makes me so interested in what this game could be. We're going to watch the rest of the trailer, and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. But just know, this right here, HD 2D action RPG, that's the kicker. Why is my spacebar not working? There we go.
This is Philibildia, a continent overrun by beast tribes. A spell of safekeeping is all that protects humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of Huther. One fateful day, a set of ruins is discovered in the wilds beyond the castle walls. An adventurer, Elliot, leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Together, the duo venture beyond the kingdom's protection into the great wide world. During your journey, you'll come face to face with all sorts of foes. In battle, study your opponent's moves carefully and find opportunities to strike. Fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar. Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer, and more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons by equipping different combinations of magicite. Try out all sorts of variations to find the playstyle that works for you. Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them at the same time.
I did not know that. I'm just now
You'll find
learning that.
she's
That's really
very
cool.
helpful on your adventure. Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that, unknown to them, will span 1,000 years. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. After today's presentation, a debut demo will be available, and there will be an upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
I did not know that either. I wonder what people thought of the demo. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm curious what people
Tales
thought.
launches.
But yeah, so the Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I think this game legitimately has 10 out of 10 potential. Keyword potential. I'm not like saying it will be. I'm not making a bold prediction, but I'm saying the things that are here, what this game is setting up to be, I do really believe it has the potential to be 10 out of 10. Obviously, a lot of things will have to fall into place, and the execution will just have to be there at the end of the day. But on a concept level, from what this game is on paper, I can easily see it. You're talking about the same company that makes Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy, Live Alive, are making an action RPG in the same format. To me, that screams winning formula. And from what we saw in this trailer, it doesn't feel like it's the first time they're doing it either. You know, like it feels like this almost feels like a sequel. When you truly analyze like what's going on with the gameplay, right? Like let's just take a look here. I'll turn the volume out. When we just look here, there is very clearly a lot going on. You can see this thing on the ground. I don't know what this thing on the ground is. It has like a little radius. Who knows what that is? Maybe it's a save point. Maybe it's something, right? Then you go here. You have enemies digging in the grounds. You have enemies like seeing you. You have lasers pointing at you, range things going. Your butterfly is moving around at the same time. Now you're parrying and deflecting projectiles. Now you're shooting range projectiles. Now you got melee weapons. You're charging attacks up. You're getting resources when enemies drop. Now you're upgrading your bow. You have chains. You have different weapons. You have different enemies. The amount of different environments we've seen. We got boss fights with multiple different things. You can pick up things. Then we go into this menu with the UI. You're seeing all these abilities, upgrades, sets, classes, tiers, whatever. All the different tabs. Man, then you get the Octopath Traveler art style. You get that art style that is so beloved. That is literally like one of the greatest art styles to ever exist in games. Like, literally, there's a reason there are so many of these games, because the art style is genuinely almost perfect. It is absolutely incredible. You're getting music that, from what I've heard in this trailer, sounds absolutely incredible. And at the bottom, I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about the same people that make Octopath Traveler. And Octopath Traveler is known for having amazing writing, great stories, and great characters. What happens when you funnel that in to one main protagonist and you're doing an action RPG? We're gonna find out when this game comes out, but to me that sounds really, really exciting. I get it. Turn-based RPGs can sometimes be better than action. action can sometimes be better than turn-based. It really just depends. But what we're seeing here is very, very promising. There is a lot to look at. I mean, just look at the UI. We got the health bar. You got mini-map. You got your 2 different weapons. You have your companions down there. This feels like this is like a sequel. It feels like there's so much in this game from an enemy perspective, from a protagonist perspective, from a story perspective, from an environment perspective, to a gameplay to combat perspective, that it almost feels like they've added on to something. But no, this is just their first go at it. Granted, obviously they have all the experience doing the Octopath Travelers and the Lava Lives of the world and stuff like that. But they're taking that and doing a different genre with it. One that, yes, in my opinion, even though I don't think that has anything to do with quality, action RPGs are generally more appealing to a wider audience. So, therefore, you take what this is, an Octopath Traveler-styled action RPG, and I think you may have a hit on your hands. I'm not saying this is going to sell like millions of copies or anything, but I think this game could truly be a breakthrough. I would not be shocked if this game comes out and we start seeing a lot of follow-ups, a lot of new additions from not only Square Enix, but I guarantee you other studios will start attempting it. Other companies will start attempting it. This game has a lot of promise. This game has a lot of promise, a lot of potential, and something that is very interesting that I would like to point out, very rarely does Square Enix announce these 2D HD games far in advance. Usually, just like Octopath Traveler, they announce it in like, what was it, August to September, and it's coming out this year. Octopath Traveler 2 was pretty much the same way. Octopath Traveler 1 was almost, I'm pretty sure, the same way. And this is the first time where they're like, yo, next year, this is a big game coming out next year. And so, look, I'm not saying this is going to be the greatest game next year. I'm not saying this is going to be Game of the Year material. I'm not saying, like, any of that. But I'm saying the potential for this to be one of Square Enix's best games and just completely come out the gate swinging and blow people away and just surprise a lot of people, that possibility is real. That possibility is very much real and very much there. And I'm very, very much excited to see if it can live up to the hype that I'm proposing. I get it. I like glazing a lot. I'm not going to lie. There are a lot of games I love glazing. But when I see something of quality, when I see something that looks very, very promising, I can't help but just point it out. This isn't one of my most anticipated games of all time, but this is one that I'm very much excited and hopeful for. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. I would love to talk more about it. But with that being said, man, appreciate everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Johnny Moore out. Peace.